One.
Good evening, or afternoon, or morning, whenever you view this opening. I'm John Dewis, a fellow class member in Concord Evening, CBS. I'm also the CBS International representative for the class. Now, I don't have a joke like John usually starts his teaching with, but I do have a little scriptural humor on my t-shirt. You probably can't read it, but it says, Moses was the first person with a tablet downloading data from the cloud. I hope no one is offended by that humor. Well, each year the Servants team chooses an area of the world outside the U.S. to support. The last several years it has been Singapore. But before we travel there, let me read Acts chapter 1, verses 8. Just before Jesus ascended into heaven, the last thing he told the disciples, "But you will receive power when the Holy Spirit has come upon you, and you will be my witnesses in Jerusalem and in all Judea and Samaria and to the ends of the earth." This is the scriptural foundation for the mission of CBSI. There are more classes internationally than in the U.S. CBSI reached a peak of 700,000 in 2019, but they dropped down close to 500,000 due to the pandemic. But now they're back up over 800,000. There are classes in 119 countries, and they've translated the lessons into 82 languages. Now here's some background on Singapore. It's a tiny city-state at the southern tip of the Malay Peninsula. There are lots of people in a very small area with a very diverse cultural background, including a wide distribution of religions. You can see that Buddhism is number 1 and Christianity is number 2, but there's still 20% without any religion. So this is what we know about CBSI Singapore. They have good leadership and a significant toehold in offering CBS lessons in a variety of languages, one of which I have never heard of before. But when I was in Singapore in February, we had the chance to meet with the national and local leadership. They were very welcoming and hospitable, and I think they were actually tickled pink that somebody from the States would bother to stop by and say hello. So we had a great little snack at the hotel. But they have provided us with their prayers and praises. They're thanking God for his sustaining of all the Zoom classes with good attendance. They're looking at going to in-person or hybrid classes as Singapore relaxes its restrictions. They're praising God for the open door to conduct God's amazing book in Mandarin with a local Chinese church, and praising God for the translation of training materials into Chinese. So what can we do in addition to praying for the classes there? And I do ask that you pray for them, that they have leadership, that they have growth in attendance. We can give. You can give a check to Diana or donate on our class website. If you click through the menu on donations, Singapore is listed as a project fund. We would have liked to continue supporting Singapore next year, but another class has taken them. I'll keep you informed when we have chosen another country. So thank you for your prayers and support, and have a great time in CORE.